So Johanna, what is the importance of having a purpose-built event website?
Yeah, so obviously there's tools out there that any event can build a website on. In addition to things like cost, ticket sign up websites are free. There's some benefits to using a ticket sign up website over other event pages that are out there. Part of that is simply in those words. It's a full website that you can build out with as much information as you want for free. But the main thing that we think about is when you have a website that is tied to your event data, you don't have to update everything all the time. The website already knows when your price is going up. It already has all the details that you need in the system, so it can save you some time. It can save you some headaches from forgetting to go in and change something. For states that have fee transparency laws, it can ensure that your pricing is displayed accurately. So having a website that is tied to your data is really key, whether you are using it as your main website or if it's just kind of a sub site that you use for ticketing.
Now, what makes ticket sign-up websites different from other event websites?
There's a lot of different things, but I think the one thing that we'll talk about here is kind of keeping your brand first. So when you go to a ticket sign-up event website, you can't tell at all that it's built on ticket sign-up. The only indication there is of our branding is all the way down at the bottom. There's a small little label that says powered by ticket sign-up. You don't see our colors, you don't see our logo. There's no menu at the top that links you back to other ticket sign-up events. More than that, there's no ads on your page to other events. Everything is really focused on your brand, your event, keeping everyone focused on what they're there for, which is to buy tickets to your event.
Now, I do see there that the URL says ticket sign-up in it.
Yeah, so the automatic URL that you get is this ticketsignup.io with your event information here. You don't actually have to use that URL though. You can bring over your own domain. You can be fallfestivalsminneapolis.com, or you can bring over a subdomain. If you have a website under Fall Festivals Minneapolis, you can decide to be tickets.fallfestivals.minneapolis for your ticketing website. So you can further brand this by branding your URL.
So I see you have a lot of stuff on that website already. Can you walk us through kind of customizing this?
Yeah, so the first thing I'll call out is that every event gets a website right out of the box. And so if you want to kind of get an idea what that looks like, this is an event that did no customization. This is exactly what they look like. Just, having created their event through the wizard, it still looks really professional and clean. But obviously there's things that you can do to level up your website and make it a lot better. So this is one that's fully built out, but I can show you on the back end kind of how we got here and what we recommend. We build our websites through what we call our website builder. Reasonable name. And you can come into Website Builder and you have everything you need to build out your website right here. If you just want to make some really quick updates, you want to personalize it a little bit, but you don't have a lot of information to add, you have a fairly simple event, you can come over to theme options. And I think the main things you're going to want to add are a homepage banner here. If you don't have your own banner, there are some generic options you can choose from, or you can upload any banner that you want. Every event can update their own logo. That gives just like a real tie that it is actually your event. And then finally, I would recommend updating your color scheme. This typically you're going to want to base, off your logo off of colors around your event. If you have a fall event, you kind of know what kind of colors you want versus a beach theme. And you can use one of these preset options that we have, or you can use the custom color scheme option to literally choose any colors that you want for your website. That right there will give you a really nice personalized look without doing much work at all. If you want to take it up to the next level though, you can see on this page there's a lot of different sections here. It's really easy to build out a website using the content blocks here. You can add new sections that are either single column or two column. And then once you've added a section, it's really easy to add what we call a component. You have a range of component options. I'm not going to talk through what all of them specifically are, but I'll call out kind of 3 buckets of how you might want to think about them in terms of what you need on your website. One block is going to be things like informing your attendees. And so that's providing information. That's things like your event description, using text blocks to provide additional information, or possibly having things like a ticket lookup so people can find their ticket information and make sure that they have their QR code ready for check-in. The second box that you want to kind of think about is how do you create some FOMO, get people really excited about your event and feel like they need to be there. Things that I'd really recommend for that are things like having a YouTube video or a YouTube playlist, any sort of images or a slideshow of images, things that really provide the vibe of your event. And then finally, I think you want to make sure that you're using components that prompt action, that make people actually take the next step and sign up. Buttons are obviously useful because those are going to have strong calls to action that say, buy your tickets today. But the other things you can use are things like a countdown to say, you only have this much time left to buy your ticket or this much time left until event day. Participant count, probably don't want to turn that on until you have people who are actually coming. But you can say like, hey, look how many people are already bought their tickets. Like, you need to buy now because this just might sell out.